Well, Pierre, that was a special season. Congratulations again on being world champion. And, well, it's a good thing we've got such a big trophy room, isn't it? Are all your trophies down the back? Yeah, I guess they are, aren't they? That's a coincidence. I just thought you'd like to spend some quiet time alone with them back there and just let my trophies take all the limelight up here. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Aussie Villain Racing, and today it is the, well, it's sort of an off-season special. We go from Season 3 into Season 4, and there's a lot to get through, including, of course, our, we've got to decide the calendar for next season. We'll spin the wheel to get our 16 tracks of the 20, is it 21 or 22 even? Might even be more than that are available, so there will be, hopefully, some interesting tracks in there, and maybe some new ones. But the first thing we have to do is renegotiate with Pierre Gasly. There seemed to be basic unanimity. Is that a word? It was unanimous that we keep Gasly. I think there was one call for Markelov, but I suspect maybe that was tongue-in-cheek. So let's approach him. I'd imagine he'll be happy to stay. Let's go with... 10.77. I mean, the thing is, we're going to have to renew this mid-season, aren't we? So let's go maybe just me... what's $500,000 between friends? Let's just get him in. Come on, Pierre. We made you a world champion, mate. And that has happened. So Pierre Gasly will be staying with us for next season. Well, until at least halfway through the season anyway. But that's the first point of business done. Oh, we want to have a look at activities here. Is there anything that we can do? Not really. There's a press interview coming up. But we're not overly worried about that. That'll probably be Will Buxton again. So let's sim ahead here. So let's... oh, sorry, Will, but we're busy. Okay, so we'll advance to the end of the season, and we should get some money for this. Finish the season as Constructors champions. Let's have a look here. Acclaim goes up to 18, almost to 19. What's going up now? Gasly goes up to 18 as well. And Team Acclaim, are we going to get to 25 as Constructors champions? No, we're not. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? We still don't get that next sponsor. We have £57.5 million. We've won everything in sight. And that gives us a little bit of cash to burn now, doesn't it? Almost 65 million. So that's going to go a long way towards, investing into the factory. But there we go. 8 wins between us. 3 for me, 5 for Pierre. 1 pole for me, 9 for Gasly. Points, obviously, he outdid me there. He's the driver's champion. I came third. We are the Constructors champions. What a season that has been. But now it is time to move on to Season 4, and we must begin by deciding the calendar for next season. Now, what has happened, I've taken the Russian Grand Prix out. We're going to mimic real life in that one. And so we'll be needing 16 of 23 entries there are left. So let's start and see. Now, of course, the order of them is not determined by this. That just sort of happened based on the order they are in real life. But the British Grand Prix will be back on the calendar. So that is good news. Let's have a look now and see what is the second track to join us. If we could not have Monaco, USA, I'd rather not. Can we go to Bahrain, please, instead? Go on, tick over. It is going to be Bahrain. So that will be the season opener next episode, because it is the first race of the calendar. So let's go again. 14 tracks to go. And we are looking at the Netherlands or Japan. It is going to be a trip to Japan. So Suzuka's back on the calendar. Excellent news, this. All right, let's go again. And the 4th round of the championship again. Oh, not Singapore. Not Singapore. Not Singapore. Singapore's back on the calendar. Hooray. We get Monaco as well. It's going to be devastating to my championship chances next season. Hungary or Portugal. It's going to stay on Hungary, is it? Yes, it is. A track that we've done well at recently. So Hungary is on the calendar. That's 5 down, 11 to go. Next up, we are looking at Belgium being back on the calendar, or Brazil. They didn't go to either of those this season, so Belgium is back as well. That's good news. That's one of my favourite tracks. 10 to go now. Are we going to have a home Grand Prix for myself or Pierre? It is Go Saudi Arabia. I really enjoyed that track, so it's good to see we'll be going back to Jeddah this season. Of course, a good result for the team there as well. A very comfortable 1-2 in the end. Next up, it is the Netherlands. Not a track I particularly enjoy or do well at. I don't hate the track, I just don't do well at it. So we're halfway there. Still some big events to make it, if they are indeed to make it. Is it going to be Austria? It is. Red Bull Ring. We'll be going there again this season. Just 6-7 events to go. Azerbaijan, US, we're going to be going back to Austin. So that, again, not a track I particularly do well at. So we've got 6 events to go, and hopefully we're not going to be going to Monaco. Is Brazil going to be back on the calendar? It looks like it is. Still, though, no home race for the team, and for me, no home race for Pierre. We go again. And is it going to be Italy, or is it going to be we're going back to China? All right, just 4 events to go. Are we going to be having a season finale in Abu Dhabi again? Oh, no, 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 not Monaco and Singapore. We're going to Monaco. 3 events to go. Are we going to say have the Abu Dhabi finale, or is it going to be a Jeddah finale this season? Spain or Azerbaijan? It is back to Baku. That, of course, wasn't on the calendar this last season either. Just 2 races to go, and still Pierre and myself don't have a home race. Italy, where, of course, I won last season, is still there. Canada, where I've had a really good record in the past, and we're going to be going to Montreal. So that is good news. And now for the final track. I would really like a home Grand Prix. And of course, I won in France. I won both of the Australian and France Grand Prix last season. But it's looking like it's going to be San Marino. So back to Imola, which is a good track. So that is that. Spain, Portugal, Australia, Italy, Mexico, UAE, and France will not be on the calendar. So here we go, confirmation of our calendar in order. So Bahrain, China, Imola will start us off. Then it's Monaco, Azerbaijan, Canada, Spielberg in Austria. The Silverstone is back on the calendar with Hungaroring. Then we go Spa, Zandvoort, Singapore, Japan, USA, Brazil, and then we finish things off on the streets of Jeddah. Alright, so the car is under wraps for the new season. We have had a livery change, so we'll get to that in just a second. If we have a look at activities here, there is a little bit we can do. We've got pre-season merchandise sales, which will be £1 million, which would be nice, wouldn't it? An advertising campaign, which will be Team Acclaim. A driver press tour, which will be Acclaim for the driver training camp. Well, I think we definitely want to do that, don't we? We'll have the car reveal, and then let's maybe get £1 million in the bank. Or do we want the Acclaim? Maybe the Acclaim is better long term. So that is that. Now, facilities. This is what I want to do. We have, obviously, money to burn now. Let's see if we can upgrade everything. The durability is only... But I realize that I can't do that until we have the car reveal, or else you will see the new livery before the car reveal. So we will revisit this. Now, is there anything we can do in R&D? It doesn't look like there is. I don't think we have anything we can spend money on. No. So we'll... I don't really know what we do with all these R&D points now, if I'm completely honest. But anyway, that'll all come. I'm sure we'll figure that out. So let's just sim ahead then. We've got the driver camp, which has been completed by Pierre. Well done to him on that. And this brings us to the big reveal. So there we go. We have there we go. We've got the new livery. We also have a new title sponsor, Zenon. You can just see it on the side pod there. So that is that has happened. But now that we've got a message here, let's go and have a look at our messages. So that is just the high cash balance, and we do have money burning a hole in our pockets, don't we? So let's now go and see what we can do in terms of upgrading here. We want to get, I think, Spec 3, don't we, for the durability, which might unlock 1 or 2 of those upgrades that we can get. So that is that. Let me know what you think of the new livery. We've got a little bit of silver on the side as well, just freshen things up a little bit. Now, what have we not got the better of here? That was only 6 million, wasn't it? So chassis department, we can get build time and quality control. 12 million, 12 million. Research point. I don't know if we're actually going to need research points generation, unless there's a rule change that sort of resets some stuff. We're kind of in the clear there, aren't we? Now, what we probably don't want to do is go and blow everything here. But let's go and blow a little bit. 12 million. Let's go with that again. and let's go with that. And then that leaves 12 million. What I want to try and do is make sure we always have the Gasly money to renew him mid-season. So that will now allow us to do that. The other thing we could do here is Simulator, which is 6 million. I mean, I really don't know if I want Gasly any quicker, but let's just do it anyway. And R&D, there is nothing we can spend. Can we do durability yet? Or are we still, is it still locked? It looks like it's still locked and unknown. So that will hopefully come when we get that chassis thing upgraded. We've got the vehicle, everything new, ready for the season. You can see there, Xenon Dynamics is the new sponsor. We have bigger gold bonuses, a little bit less weekly, but we have to earn 15 Constructors points, and that'll get us a bigger bonus at the end of the season, hopefully. So that is all looking good. We will do driver contracts. Should we do that now? Let's do it now and see what has changed in terms of the driver market. And unfortunately, somewhat boringly, not much has changed. So Guan Yu Zhou and Schwartzman are still at Alfa Romeo. Stroll and Tsunoda are still at AlphaTauri. Alonso and Alpine Alonso and Ocon are still at Alpine. We still have Giovinazzi and Lundgaard at Aston Martin. Gasly obviously is still with us, 99 rated now. Leclerc and Sainz are still with Ferrari. Mazepin and Schumacher are still with Haas. And we still have Ricciardo and Norris at McLaren. And Hamilton and Bottas are still at Mercedes, with Verstappen and Perez still at Red Bull, and Russell and Latifi still, Russell 92 rated now, still at Williams. So unfortunately it looks a little bit, and then the rest there are free agents, as though, yeah, it's a little bit boring when nothing changes. But also there's a lot of drivers rated in the 90s there that are at the front end of this field, and that concerns me a little bit. So let's go ahead now. We've got our pre-season ad campaign taking place. Excellent stuff there. And it looks as though we are just about ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So that will be next episode. We will start the season at Bahrain. Let me know how you think we're going to get on. The calendar, it could have been more friendly for me, if I'm being completely honest. Let's go and have a look at... Can we do trophies here and maybe see? Now, Bahrain, historically, we've done okay at. We don't have a rivalry as of yet, and my driver details coming into the season or after 3 seasons: 1 Constructors Championship, 2 poles, 277 points, 3 race wins, 7 podiums. You can see all the other things there, 4 fastest laps as well. Yeah, I mean, if we look at that calendar, I mean, if we look at the tracks that are write-offs for me, Monaco's a write-off, Singapore's a write-off, and... I mean, USA I struggle at, Netherlands I struggle at. Budapest I feel like I struggle a little bit, but I seem to get decent results there. China and Imola we've only done once. And last season, if we look back, China we were 9th and Imola we were 7th. So I don't know exactly. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Baku could go either way as well. Canada was, well, it was almost my first win, wasn't it? So I think the calendar, I do enjoy Brazil, and Jeddah was a strong track for me. It's a massive disappointment that there's no Italy on this calendar, but yeah, we'll just kind of see how we go. So yeah, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. If you're looking forward to next season, of course, a thumbs up as well. Give me your predictions. Is Gasly going to go back-to-back? Can I get anywhere near him? We'll find out next time as we get the season underway in Bahrain. Take care.